Hello and welcome to another Culture Foolishness recap. This is of BMF Season 3, Episode 2. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and ArchitectsOfMars.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach.
Show You Right. All right, so we're gonna get right into it because this episode was really, really good. What?
Do you just want to go? You just want to go? Can we just go to what's her name? Markeisha? What's her name?
Markeisha, yeah. And I like that was the first scene because it established the tone of the episode, especially with T. It's a couple things. So obviously she's a grown-up. He's like what, 21, 2019.
I feel like he might be 20,
Yeah,
like
he's
maybe,
young. He's
like
very young.
in the show.
Right.
Yes.
So everything she's saying makes complete and total sense as a sensible adult, outside of the fact that your dumb ass is with this young ass dude, which you already messing up there. However, whatever. But she sounds smart. He also has somewhat of a point, but she's really right. They really shouldn't be living together after what happened and all of this stuff. But she also allowed him to do all this stuff for her. And
Like, you
that's
knew this
the
nigga was getting
main
the
point.
crib to begin with, and it's like, so you gonna let him get this big ass crib and then turn around and be like,
You can't stay
"Nah,
here
we
though.
shouldn't be doing it."
But you still want to stay in
But
the crib though. And because he not a dickhead, he not gonna kick her out. I'm sure he's just paying for the shit. But
what did you call him last week? Tender dick. What did you?
that's what Meech called him, because that's what his
Yeah, but
ass
you
is.
you concurred.
I
You
concurred heavily because that shit was true. So that we'll get back to Terry. He
yes.
all
Yeah.
throughout this being
Oh,
ridiculous.
y'all know your favorite life coach's favorite
Got
life
some shit to
coach
say.
got some shit to say about that.
So
We're gonna run it back. Go
the
ahead.
next sequence was the plug looking for Meech came to the house. Dad was about to hit people in the head with a hammer. I like that though.
I
That
appreciate it,
shit
Charles.
ain't on point, but he gonna defend everybody, and that's what he's supposed to do. Charles is stand up. He trying to get his wife back, but she might be gone already. But that's a whole nother part. We gonna get to that too. So
Uh-oh.
so the getting back to Terry, because that really, I mean, we could go more into that, but I mean, that's essentially what happened. The guy showed up, Charles, regulated that he should. But the next part was Meech and T talking, and I feel like combined with the Markeisha thing and what he said to him, he was like, get back on the fucking job. You on bullshit. You on chasing this old. What is you doing? Like, we out here trying to make money. Like, I'm down here setting up shop. You up there fucking around. Like, come on. And that, like, the way he walked off, I was like, yeah, he about to get shit in order. He got the
You
I'm gonna
know?
get shit in order walk.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, then where do we want to go next? Do you want to go in order of the episode, or do we just want to start picking
I
up
mean, we could
shit?
just say, whatever you
I
feel. You jump around.
I, I want to jump to, and this may be a bit of a leap, but the new plug, the plug that they was trying to get.
Oh, the lady with the gold teeth, we'll say that.
Yes, yes,
And the
the
cane
and the cane knife
thingy.
weapon thingamajiggy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's a lot.
A whole lot. A whole fucking lot.
She
Um
is.
her storyline, it was like I understood what was happening with her storyline, but at the same time, it was convoluted in a way to where like the whole thing with the little fine chick that was obviously, in the game too. I felt like the way that they interacted out, obviously it was more on the physical side, but like the dialogue they had with each other, it just wasn't as it didn't make as much sense as everybody else to me.
I could
it,
see that.
it just was like it was almost like they could have done her story without showing either one of them scenes, and it would have made sense.
Yes. Yes. Because those scenes were, it was it's like they just needed something to fill in the time. I don't know.
Yeah,
I I
kind of.
I,
And
I
that girl obviously was uncomfortable. She wearing a bra thing with things covering her nipples. She didn't even want to show it. Like, why are we doing this?
we don't have to do this,
We
guys.
don't
We
have to do
don't.
this. We don't have
We
to do
we
this.
do not. We do not.
So, I want to jump back to Meech as far
Okay.
as
Yes.
like um he's really just trying to get stuff in order because they lost their plug got
Got locked up.
extradited from
Yeah.
St. Martin, I believe they said, one of the
Somewhere.
islands, and he was kicking
Mm-hmm.
it. They got him and they sent him back to Detroit, so he's in jail. So they don't have um a plug. So now he's
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out some stuff. Misha's in Atlanta, obviously, and he's trying to figure out stuff out down there. And then obviously T, who we just talked about, that was who he had reached out to as a plug. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's getting kind of hectic. However, it's something on the horizon that's gonna make everything okay. We all know if we watch the episode,
Absolutely.
as far as
And
that.
since we're on the topic of Meech,
Mm-hmm.
the dynamic with him and this angel girl,
Mm,
it's an interesting one.
very, especially because at first obviously she's super standoffish
Mm-hmm.
because she was a good girl to whoever had her because she was loyal to him. But Meech had to hit him with the handsomeness and the smoothness and the not pushiness. He was like, "Hey, here's some money if we want to eat though." And she's like, "You want this?" I was like, "What are you coming for?" And he just kept being smooth, talking about you got to know your own worth. You got to know your worth. I was like, this man trying to slap, boy. Talk about know your worth. She at Magic City.
I didn't say nothing. Didn't
Mhm.
say a thing.
Dude,
So
what's the cop's name again? The
I
bald headed cop.
look, I still call him Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was talking about that earlier. Helen Shaw did. She Shaw did push that fool in the tub. Anyway, um, but the cop,
Yes, he's trying to get things in order for his son. He had to go to the ex-wife,
yes,
which their whole exchange, I was like, that looked like somebody you would pick.
I was drinking something. Okay, you almost made me spit it out. Anyway,
But he trying to get a lawyer for his son.
Yes.
which they didn't even show him. I am not looking
Man,
forward to when they
that's
show him next because it's gonna be
because he gonna
ugly.
be because he gonna go to the scene with his son, and his son gonna have two black eyes and be braiding somebody's hair. That's what the scene is gonna be. Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Mhm.
What was the what's the name? Biscuit in the movie Life? Yeah. The juvenile version of Biscuit.
Yeah, yeah. So
They're gonna,
Charles
they're gonna
and
call him Cookie Dough. Anyway, anyway,
what's their mom's name again? Do you remember? Because I don't know why I
they
remember the
just
dad.
they just said Lucille.
Lucille, yes,
Lucille.
and we should know that. So,
Yes.
they went to
Okay.
the new
The,
church.
yes, they went to the new church,
Hmm.
and Nicole, she got a little action, and
Yeah.
and just a smidge, nothing.
Yeah.
First of all, it's nothing too
Lightweight.
crazy. It's
Lightweight.
lightweight.
This is the beginning stuff where it's just like, oh, I like you.
Or
Oh,
just and quiet as kept. I know what it's like to be in church for hours a month, hours. At some point, then it's like, yeah, you be on that, but at some point, it's like I just got to find something to do. So if I like focus on that and then just start thinking about stuff, then you look up and it's time to go. You don't even care for real. You don't even care. So, but she did care. She did care. This little boy's in her class and
yeah.
not at the church or whatever like that.
Hmm.
She peeps that he is choosing,
Hmm.
and she is not opposed to getting shows up on.
She is not at all.
Um,
Mom is noticing. She does not like
she
this.
don't like it. She's heavy on the pineapples right now. She's like,
Mhm.
I don't like this at all.
Well, both of them don't really. Both parents are not feeling it.
Yeah, but Charles trying to get her back. So he kind of like, I'm
Right.
gonna did it. I got this gotta go to the back seat for a second. I need you to know that my focus is on getting
Us.
back in
But
getting the house back in order, so to speak.
yeah, but he
But
didn't.
man. So first off, before we get to what we're both thinking,
Hmm.
um, I just, I guess our mother just wasn't one of those mothers, because the whole you can't wear tampons because I don't want you to get in the habit of sticking stuff in you. I did not know that was a thing.
That was a lot. But I feel like
They didn't pull it out of nowhere. Somebody
no,
mama was
no,
saying
no.
that.
That's a real thing. I mean, I'm just saying that I feel like that is that super strict, ultra churchy mom, which mom wasn't that. She obviously, went to church and instilled, religion and things in us, but it wasn't
And here's the thing: once she told me how tampons work, I was like, I don't want to do that.
that.
She didn't have to scare me out of it. I was like, people do that.
I'm cool. Give me the pad.
Then I grew up, so there's
Right.
that.
Well,
But but that was a lot. That was interesting.
That's so
Because
funny.
I just didn't know. But
Happens.
then
Stuff up there. Then
then
soon as she tried to be
boy,
all, then the doctor step up, her old high school sweetheart. And she's just
that was a prom day. They said they went on prom. Oh, then he come up flirting, talking about, oh, you Lucille, you still looking fine, and da da da
haven't
da.
aged a day, liar. Just
Lying
just
his
lying.
ass.
Lying his natural ass off. It's okay. Do
You
your
peep how
thing.
she put her hand in her pocket so he wouldn't see the ring.
Uh-huh. I peeped
Mm-hmm.
all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She just blushing. It's funny because she didn't even introduce Nicole for real. Like, it wasn't even this
It
is my
was very an
daughter.
afterthought of her. It
Oh
was, oh yeah,
yeah.
I have a daughter right here standing next to me. Yeah.
Not even not oh yeah, and this is Nicole. Like, that could have been somebody else play cousin. Like, she didn't even. I was like, Boy, Charles, see, opening Pandora's box.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the
Mm-hmm.
only one unhappy. She just had the restraint to chill, because if you would have been chilling, then that would have been a little bit of blushing, and she'd have went on about her business, and then
But
she'd have went
now,
and now she got it even to score. And
mm-hmm.
her get back gon' shit on your get back. Cause you just went with some raggedy ass Jezebel up the street. She got a doctor in her pocket. This man might take her out of Wendy's. And
Oh, absolutely. If he found that, he'd be appalled.
uh, what is a
Appalled.
right? What, what is a stone cold fox like you doing working at Wendy's? Charles don't know what he doing. Let me show Charles how you do this here. My God.
How you do that there? Mm-hmm.
And
So, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and speaking of dumbass decisions in relationships, this nigga T. Now, so this nigga T then took his goofy ass back to his baby mama, which is what typically happens. So I wasn't shocked.
Nah, not
But
at all.
but her, everything that is gonna happen to you, you
It's your
deserve it.
fault
It
because
is your fault because
you
you let
took
this
him
nigga
back.
play in your face and then turn around and giggle and say, she was giggling just like Lucille. You sitting over here giggling and acting like you didn't cuss them out and got your little rocks off, if you will. But now you just like kiss it, everything that's gonna happen to you. No
Hey,
sympathy,
I
none,
mean,
zero,
because I
zero.
mean, this is
Because if somebody can play in your face that tough, and then as soon as they come back, then you just all for it. And this nigga, if this nigga can't, this nigga's cockeyed because of getting shot. You let a cockeyed nigga play in your face like that? That's crazy.
listen,
This nigga,
she
you can't
is
even see where he coming from. Like, what are we doing?
she's enamored with the whole life, him, the whole thing. Cause she like all that shit. As much as, she try to front, she wouldn't be with a drug dealer she didn't want to be. Having
Well, she
two
gonna get
babies
everything that
by him.
come. Yeah, she gonna get everything that come with it.
Yep. Yep. So Meech is in Atlanta still trying to get stuff set up. You
Yes,
figuring out who to talk to and stuff. Meanwhile, T uh meets the plug that was trying to step to the dad basically in the beginning. And basically sent them to him. They was like, look, if you don't want to talk to me, then Misha's in Atlanta. However, to me, that part was a weird because you don't really know these niggas' intentions. They wasn't even. I don't know. That shit was weird to me because they still didn't really tell him that they was the plug.
right. Yeah,
So for you to send them down to him, that's like wow.
it is. It is. I think that it could have been kind of the mindset of like, even if I send you to Meech, then Meech is always ready. But you won't send nobody.
Right.
But I guess he just felt like, nah, bro gonna have it. I don't that I get it. That part was a little strange to me too.
Yeah. Very strange. So Meech and Angel. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about that a little bit more. So um when they went out to dinner, he basically to me planted the seed of this dude is a little different. So she already was looking at him a little different after that. And
Exactly.
that was, probably what his intentions was, but I mean, she was pretty, so I'm pretty sure part of him was, putting in game for his own reasons,
Mm-hmm.
normal male reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But her whole story was pretty messed up, but kind of typical. Like parents died in foster care. Who knows what happened to her in that? Then she ended up with another predatorish person, and they just took advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But she gotta know her worth, as Meech said.
Meech done built up that trust, so now she feel like, like with the whole scene in the club with the dude, and then here come Meech
Hmm.
knocking. One thing Meech gonna do is knock somebody the
You
fuck
know
out in
what?
the
He
club.
he
He
didn't.
gonna,
Does he get into a fight every episode? Damn near. It seemed like because he definitely got into a fight last episode.
yes, he sure did.
So the
Yes,
first two episodes of the season so far, he didn't got into a fight. So we're gonna
in the
see
club. And
how
it's
long
it's
this
in this, man.
lasts.
That nigga wouldn't be coming to my club no more. Every time you come up in here, then you knocking niggas out. Like, how is that good for business? So knock the dude, and it's crazy because when I was looking at it, I was like, damn, like security taking a sweet time getting over there. They let him fuck homie up. Then they pulled him off of him the 5 minutes later. Like, damn.
And when
And
he's
then put the
giving them
dude
money,
out.
and then
Put the
put him
dude.
out. Meech could stay. that shit was funny. I
Oh my
laughed hard at
god.
that part. I really did.
Cray.
Oh
So now
man.
it's like on some knight in shining armor type of. So again, building the trust. So
Right.
that's
And
why she.
that's why she gave up the name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why she gave up the name.
Yep.
Meech knew what he was doing.
He's definitely playing chess.
Yeah. He's playing chess, and T in Detroit playing checkers and shoots ladders and shit.
I was gonna say
Nigga playing Candyland.
that nigga's T somewhere playing pity pat. This nigga's not even. This nigga's playing. He's not even playing a board game. I don't know what this nigga's doing. This nigga's playing duck duck goose or some shit. He's playing
By
some.
himself. How the fuck you gonna play by yourself though? Oh, but
Mercy.
speaking of T, him and his dad had a nice little moment when he went
Yes.
home. Um, Charles about to cry and shit when he
Oh
touched
yeah.
his shoulder because he done fucked his whole shit up. That's why he telling him, "Don't fuck your shit up, boy."
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't let y'all get grown, and I didn't fuck my shit up. Like you got a chance, like go fix it.
Yeah.
Which is a temporary fix. See,
Oh, 100%.
I know
100%.
who's gonna be the next one that distracts him.
Man, exactly. Because that one good eye, all,
Oh, he be looking.
man, looking his ass off.
Looking ass nigga.
Looking ass nigga. Man, if looking ass nigga was a person, straight up and down.
So we haven't touched on this, and we didn't touch on our last episode. We need to. So the cop, excuse me, the Asian cop, and now she got the black
I was just gonna go to that.
partner.
Yes.
Which excuse us for not knowing people's names. I should, but I forget easily. It's fine. We know who we're talking about. We watched the show.
And if you
Okay.
watch the show, then you'll know too.
You know. So
And yes.
They are starting to put something together that T has something involved with old boy who basically shot at them the last episode getting killed.
Yes.
And they are basically watching him at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's getting interesting. The dynamic between the two partners is interesting too, because like um the black girl is, I think her parents are like in politics or the mayor or something, like
She has a
something.
more affluent background.
Right. So like
So her outlook is different.
right, her outlook is different. So it was like when y'all remember the scene where she was basically like, well, some people have to snitch. It's just like, no,
No, no.
because there's consequences to that too.
Right. It's real consequences. Like it's consequences that you can't come back from.
Hmm.
So you have to essentially, when you're in those types of environments, then you have to essentially stay alive, and you have to, look out for you first and foremost.
Right,
Um, so, and she just not understanding that because that's not where she's from. So
right,
that's probably why they pick, because even though the Asian cop, she's like, yeah, you just can't really do that. It don't work like that. Like even she is like, no, it don't really
right.
work like that.
She's like, but you grew up. Then she was all offended, but that was the truth though. And then she was like, I learned Chinese at boarding school. Okay, yeah,
Okay, all
that's
right,
how you proving my point.
yeah,
Because
you
the average
continuously.
black person does not know fucking Mandarin. Okay. And you learn that because you are fluent in the environment where you can. So you're proving the damn point by talking to my father in our tongue. Get out of
the
here.
the only quote unquote down thing she mentioned was when she was on drugs, and that wasn't
Right. That's
it.
the average rich kid thing to do. So she's still on the same
I
bullshit.
I
And
know,
that's
I know, I know.
so still no.
Let's
So
yeah. Do you want
the
you
I
want to
want
talk
to talk
about?
about the cop
I was gonna say
again.
I was just gonna say, you want to talk about Helen's husband?
We got to talk about him because this is gonna tie more into other stuff which you're gonna see. So he go see his friend who is a hustler himself and is super plugged in politically and with that. And he go to him because again he need money for lawyers to get his son out of
Mm-hmm.
jail. So they, obviously grew up together, probably the way they were, their
Yes,
age.
yes. And while, the typecasting has definitely been real, then we're not gonna not acknowledge the fact that that was Braxton P. Hartnebreed. So,
Yeah, yeah, he's playing
I
the
I
roles
I
that he play.
I don't want to, because I know he's tired of being Braxton, but
Yeah,
he did that. Sorry,
yeah.
watching Jamie Foxx right now. He did that. But it is good to see him back on the screen.
Hmm.
Shouts out to you, sir.
Yes.
And um, yeah, so he came to see him, and he's kind of like, all right.
He gonna help him out. He asked his probably his older advisor what he thought, and he gave a good
Mm-hmm.
assessment because he is desperate, clearly. But
Yes.
he was doing stuff half-ass shady when he was a cop, so this is gonna fit him just fine. So
He stayed doing some shady stuff. And
shady
then
shit.
who walks in? Crazy knife thingamajiggy gay girl. That's who walks in. That's who walks in. Looking
And
like a
that's his
ghetto
daughter.
ninja.
And
Looking
that's
like
his
a ghetto
daughter.
ninja. Came in with that. I was like, who? Oh, okay. All right.
The leather trench coats, man, it just really never looks like people think it's gonna look. Um, so that's his daughter, and she is kind of doing stuff behind his back, and he had to check her ass.
Had to regulate.
And yeah, I mean, how it goes sometimes.
It is how it goes. It is how it goes. So we'll see how that continues to unfold.
So you know what else was funny? The part where the mom Lucille tried to have the talk with Nicole, and she was stumbling all over herself, but within that kind of was talking about her own
Her
things that
own thought, like
she's
she was
dealing
talking
with
about you projecting. She was
projecting.
projecting over
Uh-huh.
there talking about, oh well, you start to feel things, and if you're around somebody, then you just never know what's gonna happen. Like, girl, that's you. That is you. And just because that's you don't mean that's her.
Well, she don't even know what to do yet. She's still in that stage, but she know what to damn do. So she feel whatever she feels, she gonna do something. She gonna do it.
And unfortunately, you don't have to know what to do something.
That's also true.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn.
Yes. So when she was fiddling around and fumbling all over the place, and it was cringe, then Nicole just, politely was like, "Oh, is that how you were with the doctor?"
Yeah, it's like seemed like you seemed like you liked him and he liked you and la 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 la. It's like the same way he looked at me was the way the doctor looked at you.
She hit her with a good night, Nicole.
He's like, "Good night, Nicole." I was like, got him, got him. And she was like, "I'm about to go back to my homework because you was interrupting me."
Number 6. Back to my assignment. It's due in the morning. Thank you. So that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And so Lucille goes back upstairs and it took that ring off. Took that ring off.
Hmm.
Um and you can tell that there's lustful thoughts
Oh
going
yeah.
on.
Oh
You can
yeah.
definitely tell that there's lustful thoughts. And then here come Charles' ass.
I just came to get my
My
pillow. I
pillow.
just need my pillow for my back. I need my pillow for my back.
And Lucille, you sure looking good. You look beautiful. Good
Good
night,
night,
Charles.
Charles.
Get your ass on.
That shit, that I would laugh so hard when she hit him with that good night, Charles. She didn't give him nothing. Like, get out of here. Get
Get
out of
your
here.
ass on.
Because you want to be out here just fucking on things.
Right.
So
That's the
you can
same thing. What's
go.
her name? What was her name? Mabel. That's the same thing you told Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
She said, please leave so I can continue my lustful thoughts.
Says, I want to fantasize about a successful person. I'm sorry. That's what I want to do. Got me working at goddamn it Wendy's. So goddamn mind. They ain't gonna cheat and got me working at Wendy's. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here, Charles. You are
Sit
not
your
in
ass
charge.
down.
Charles is not in charge over there. I tell you what.
And
So okay, so Meech got the connect name.
yes.
So now he's trying to go see what that's about. And it looked like when they get there, it's a whole ass setup.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But so the people who killed the guys who were there was, I guess, the Haitians
Mm-hmm.
and um the plug. This is how Meech finally meets the plug because
Yes.
he basically saves their ass, but initially, of course, it's because of the language barrier. It's hard to just come out and be like, "This is what it is." He speaks Spanish mostly, so
Mm-hmm.
um, he had to show him through action, and it was like, "Oh, all these guys just killed all the guys who was coming to kill us. Well, I guess we're friends."
Yes, it appears that they are. It's an interesting dynamic because I'm like, are they really friends? Like, because the language barrier, then you don't. I don't. I would be worried about um befriending someone who couldn't fully understand me, especially if they trigger happy.
Right.
But that's just me.
Oh,
And I'm
I
not in the
agree.
game.
I agree,
But
but for whatever reason, Meech and him had this unspoken thing that's
yes.
like off jump. And it was like he was
Mm-hmm.
looking for him, and then when he got to him, he was like, "You exactly what I thought you was, and
Mm-hmm.
now let's go and make some money."
Yes.
So it's interesting. This is definitely going to be a ride this season because I feel like all the stuff that we really heard about BMF is gonna start coming to like
Oh, for
fruition.
sure.
Because
And
now they're in Atlanta for sure. Like the music stuff, they keep kind of having that bubbling in the background, and that's a big part of why we even know about BMF.
yes. And I do one thing I would do want to kind of tap on before we, because T went to I hate to be this person. T went to Braxton's daughter and was like, trying to go, basically be the, say have her be the connect. But then
Mm-hmm.
once Meech secured the connect, then he went to her like, "No, I'm good. But you gonna, saying we gonna set up shop." So it's like I'm not rocking with you because I didn't found some better prices elsewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm here. Essentially, is what happened. So that was
Oh, that
like, okay.
scene was kind of dope, actually,
It was.
because
It was like, see, when you ain't
now,
somewhere chasing Markeisha.
now you're effective. Now you're effective.
And then Braxton's daughter killed that except then smashed her one more again, then just shot her.
Oh, that was bogus. That was super bogus how she did that. Mm,
Mm,
mm, mm.
mm, mm. So
So, Meech and the plug, they connect, they go out, they kick it. Obviously,
mm-hmm.
they get back to the house drunk than a motherfucker, and the plug kind of like tells him, and essentially, they kind of tell each other like, "Yo, we came from nothing and we built
Right.
ourselves into what we are right now." And essentially having this kind of we kindred spirit type energy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes. So
and that's where the episode ended. And we set
it's
up for some interestingness for next week.
interesting. It will be for
I
sure.
think it's gonna be good. This season, the acting, I would say the acting leaped from the first episode of this season a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Yes.
from Lil Meech, because it's like he always be the one where I'm just like, but he's getting there. He's getting stronger. But
Mm-hmm.
on that note, we will see you next week. There was Cultured Foolishness recap of BMF Season 3, Episode 2. I am Creed of Exodus Studios, architectsmars.com.
I'm Coach Tamara Simone.
And we will holla at you. Have a good one, people.